question stands in the name of Nathan Guy.
Mr. Speaker, question to the Prime Minister. What reports has the government received on the 9-day fortnight?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I've received a report today that Fisher and Paykel Appliances have negotiated with their workforce to take up the government's 9-day fortnight scheme. As a result, it's my understanding that some 350 workers have a guaranteed job for the next 6 months, and 60 workers would otherwise have been made redundant and have now managed to keep their jobs. And, Mr. Speaker, I notice the noise that's coming from the Labor Party means that they don't support those 350 families who get their job. Well, let's see if they're talking that tough when they go and visit Fisher and Paykel one day. I, for one, am proud to be leading a government that has come up with a solution that has seen those workers keep their jobs.
Nathan Guy. Nathan Guy.
Supplementary to the Prime Minister. Are there other elements to the Fisher and Paykel announcement?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, there are. Fisher and Paykel has announced that the employees will work a 35-hour week, which will be supplemented by an additional 3.5 hours pay, consisting of the government scheme and an equivalent contribution from the company. The remaining 1.5 hours per week may be taken as paid leave to ensure continuity of wage levels, and they will attend a Fisher and Paykel funded in-house training and upskilling program for the balance of the time. Mr. Speaker, this is a great example of government, business, unions, employees all working together, a successful program, Mr. Speaker.
Nathan Guy.
Supplementary to the Prime Minister. How many companies have inquired about using the scheme?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's my understanding that as of this morning, Work and Income had received 21 inquiries from jobs for the job support scheme. 21 companies looking to ensure that they can have their workforce kept intact. Mr. Speaker, a great example of the success of the Job Summit, and I take it by the silence from the Leader of the Opposition. Right. He's not quite so chippy today.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Is the advice that he's received from his officials that the 60 jobs saved today at Fisher and Paykel, not 350, as in the statement from Fisher and Paykel, is the advice is his advice that he is now on track? He is now on track, Mr. Speaker. Can I start again, because I can't be heard over the opposition?
No, I can hear perfectly well. The member should continue with this question.
Is the advice from the Prime Minister that these 60 jobs that all of us welcome as having been saved today means that the scheme is on track to save the 100,000 jobs he said the initiative would save at the Job Summit earlier this year?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, firstly, let's get it right. There are 350 workers at Fisher and Paykel who are guaranteed their job for the next 6 months. There would have been many more, up to 60, that would have been made redundant. And if the Leader of the Opposition wants to come with me to Fisher and Paykel and stand on the workshop floor, and he can get up and say he doesn't care about their jobs when I get up and say I do, feel free to join me.
The point of order, the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order.
I seek leave to table 2 documents. The first is the statement by Fisher and Paykel today that says it would prevent about 60 redundancies. Seek leave for that.
Leave is sought to table that statement. Is there any objection? There is none.
Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I seek leave to table this statement from the Otago Daily Times that says Mr. Key says that this new scheme could cover as many as 100,000 workers.
Statement?
It's a statement in the Otago Daily Times dated the 28th of February of this year.